Okay, without further ado, let's go. Alright, so we're going to take a look at the riverine rise. A prominent landmark, riverine rise can be seen from afar. The riverbank swelled here, forming a quaint, picturesque hill. Let's take a look there. Okay. We have a large water elemental over there. Can be too hot to fight though. Good damage. Okay, that's it. We have a body here. Can't tell who exactly. And that's it. Okay. Let's head back then. So, what's new in our kingdom? Exploration of the north regions complete. Okay, so it's just about that. We cleared this final region, the Shrike, and that's about it. Cobblestone Druids, all opportunity events. What is this? Pour the treasures and endeavors. Oh yeah, definitely. 14 days to resolve. We're going to do that one. And the general, ranking up the general as well. Is there, well, let's see, 31 DC, that's pretty hard. Is there something easier to do, like life stuff? I don't really know if I want to give this one a shot. I'm interested to see what even happens if we take a shot at it. And so what would be the success outcome? Start the event, okay. Let's rank up our treasurer. See what happens. Lastwell's cavalry. Sign anyone? Failure. The minister tried to make a questionable deal with the corrupt administrator, but the scoundrel got cold feet at the last moment. Deal fell through. Ransom and gold iron failure. Like livestock. The slave traders received a delivery of slaves. As soon as they descended to the cargo hold, these captives, carefully selected for their skill in hand-to-hand combat, engaged the slavers and captured the ship with their bare hands. They brought the ship to shore and provided the true captives with shelter and care. Oh, nice. Very nice. Thank you. Scouting! Central regions. Didn't we already do this one? Right now? The treasurer. Audience. Yeah, okay. Let's talk to him first. Something happened that was always destined to happen. The wanton Devil the Grey has spilled so much blood that he's finally lost his mind. He's in the Null Marches, trying to raise a rebellion against him. Ridiculous as it may sound, I'm afraid he's hoping to start a civil war and ultimately seize power. Devil the Grey? The Wanton? Like Wanted Man or... No. We must hurry. We can't afford to enter negotiations with Davor and his cutthroats. It's time for the general's army to crush this rebellion. I suppose the treasurer wouldn't mind bribing Davor's henchmen. I also expect that the Grand Diplomat would prefer to settle this in peaceful. However, there's no more time for such half measures. The rebels have determined their fate. Remember this when it's time to make your decision. Mara, the movement of goods through our lands continues to grow. It's time we exercised your right to charge fees and taxes on merchants who enter your borders. In the past, Brevoy has exercised this right, but now it's in your hands. You only have to decide what to levy taxes on. I recommend you to steer to the middle course. Do not oppress the merchants too greatly. Do not believe their complaints and claims of poverty either. You should place a tax on goods for the rich and on craft materials for artisans. They both have enough income to survive these taxes without going bankrupt. Certainly, you are free to dismiss my advice. After all, what's the word of a famous traveler who's seen so many countries and watched how they prosper? Yeah. Let the merchants pay fees on luxury goods and materials for craft. Jubilius nods approvingly. I can see you like reasonable solutions and do not stray to the extremes. This is commendable. And again, Jubilos. You do remember our little adventure with the Fey Lords and their consequent debates? Damn them. Before you ask, by damn them, I meant both the debates and the Lords. Anyway, I've been thinking about that dreadful verbiage we received as a reward for the trials. So, the answer to the question about the fate of the gnome race. Allow me to remind you of the text. Numbers will help you on your way. One of them is a 5th and 10. It will be easy to find if you read. who opened the road for the ancient dead man and his black-feathered messenger. Oh, that's about the Cyclops, the undead Cyclops. Mordecai. Yeah, and his raven. The second is a dozen times in a dozen, and is thrice the number of those who lost their faces. Don't try to guess it now, it's not yet time. Wait until he who is born twice. I've already forgotten the name again. It's not Angmar. It's not Angramar. It was some other dude. Yeah. Wait until he who is born twice will twice be defeated. Put the two numbers together when the moon leaves her path near the waters of the Candlemere. Find the one who will open the secret. Okay. Not a single reasonable creature would spend valuable time solving this sort of phrasements. If only someone knew how much effort it required to treat the matter seriously. But it paid off. It's obvious that the part about open the road for the ancient dead man and his black-feathered messenger refers to Willis Gunderson, who awakened Mordecai. This guess led me to think. Obviously that part about the who's born twice will twice be defeated referred to Armagh. Ah, of course. Exactly. We couldn't have known that at the time of the debates, because we hadn't even met Armagh yet. Which makes me wonder who this respected host might be. But that's neither here nor there. So, what do we know? The riddle recommends we start looking after the twice-born is twice defeated, and that's happened. The other part, thrice the number of those who lost their faces. That's also only clear now. It's 24. 3 times the number of the defaced sisters there were. But the rest, what does it mean when the moon leaves her path? And how does a dozen times in a dozen equate to 24? I'll have to study some astronomy reference books and write to some priests of Desna that I'm acquainted with. It's probably about some rare celestial phenomenon. Yeah, and on that specific date we have to be at Lake Candlemere, I believe. I meant to ask you to deal with the first part of the riddle, the one about Willis Gunderson. Remember the riddle. We don't need to find him or talk to him, just read him. Here is what I think it means. I discovered that the poor fellow wrote and published a few horrendous books. Perhaps the answer is hidden in one of them. The very thought of digging through the parody of literature is disgusting. I'd very much appreciate some help. Perhaps some book lover in the city will have a volume or two of his work. Intelligence check pass. Do you think a dozen times in a dozen is about something that happens every month? There's a 24th day in every month. There are 12 of them in a year. Jubilus looks at you with suspicion. Everything can't be that simple. Or can it? With the Fae you never know. Well, it's a good guess. But it still doesn't spare us the need to look at the dreadful books. Alright, I will look for Gunderson's books and try to make some sense of them. Good luck on this difficult quest. I remind you, the riddle says we need to find something 5th and 10, and somehow related to Gunderson's writing. We put it together with the number 24 and go to the Candlemere when the moon leaves her path. I hope this isn't some elaborate Fae prank. Because if it is, I won't have to do any more research to understand what made the gnomes leave the first world. It was the stinking neighbors. Okay, so we still have to come up with the exact date by ourselves? Oh, Lord help me. Arlene bows. Greetings, Your Highness. Yes, thank you, thank you. Thank you very much for this gift. The door to nowhere. Yes. The host riddle says that we need to find something 5th and 10, which would supposedly be easy if we read Willis Gunderson, the poor adventurer hunter who released Mordecai. Willis is the author of several books, and the answer is probably related to this. We'll look in the city. Somebody must have a book or two. But what about our new events? What about this revolt? What about our kingdom status? Troubled. Thank you very much. Shit. We are troubled again. Shit. The Grey Rebellion. '50, 61. The Wrath of the Forest. 0%. Thank you. Flagged from God. 31 DC. I'm not even looking at that one. Okay. Yeah, let's start this project. Okay. Valley of the Stonelands. He's the only one who could take care of this. Success chance 25%. 0%. Of course, yeah. We're rolling with a d20 and we have a +10 bonus. So even if we roll a natural 20, we still couldn't do this. This sucks. This pretty much sucks. Yeah. I don't know how we can... I don't know how can we improve our kingdoms. Can we improve the stats of our advisors? We'd really love to know. Troubled. -2 to our kingdom checks. This sucks. And we can't have another feast, another party. This sucks. This really sucks. Is there anything we can build in Plainsguard? Something advantageous me? Going to build a wooden wall. School. Culture. Can we build anything for espionage? Not in this state of the settlement, right? Yeah, the watchtower. I see. I've placed the teleportation server. Ah! How funny. Okay. Forget it. Forget it. let's take a look at our stash. Or books. Anything about this Gunderson? 1,000 revolutions. Battle in the Valley of Fire. Chronicle of Blades. Cooking Almanac. Eternal Shine. Retails of stuff. By Surya the Wolf. Volume. But this is not by Gunderson. Passions of a Heretic. The Nature of the Divine. Prodigal Sons. Essence of the World Order. Robert Amon. Pax Grumedra. Elestin of Scenaria. Hastif. Bailira Ilio. Aaron Rovery. Ild Thuliak. Tyron Dean. River Freedoms. Don't believe that was written by him. Trumpet letter from someone. Svetlana. Beats. Bandit letter. Bartholomew's diary. Bloodstained letter. Commandments, Commandant's journal. Dirty notebook. Dirty travel log. Doesn't say in there. Farewell note from Enio. Hunter's letter. App journal. Spanish diary. Cultist. Doesn't say name. No. I believe we have to talk to someone. Maybe the storyteller knows something? No. Let me check the world map real quick just to see if with this revolt going on, if there's some new area or quest been popping up. And the frame rate tanks. Too many names. I'm really curious how performance of the sequel will be. So I believe they are still using the same engine as for this game, but maybe they were able to put some more time into optimizing the code, the engine, to make it run better, a little smoother, so that just enabling some name tags on a map doesn't crush your FPS on your PC, things like that. Okay, nothing on the world map, just nothing new. Main square. Maybe also take a look at the tavern, talk to people there, but maybe just take a look at the vendors, at the merchants on the main square, at the main square. They are selling some books from this Gunderson guy.
I'm there.
Let's see what you have. Valor and honor, 10 adventures of the splendid Willis Gunderson, Absalom. And we buy it. It's 20 gold right there. There's nothing else of interest for us here, right? Doesn't look like it. Still no emerald necklace, maybe? A bone neck, an emerald necklace, of course. I was just too blind to see it. Okay. Thank you very much. So we have found this book. Table of contents from the author. 5, 10. Okay. We can bring this to Jubilost.
I'd do what
But I'm also bringing the emerald necklace to our other craftsman who was asking for it. Some time ago, actually. I just wasn't able to see this emerald necklace among all those items. The vendor. We're going to teleport to Paraguay. Enter. So.
I'm off.
Take a look. Is this necklace any good? Timo looks dumbfounded. How pretty! A happy, dreamy smile blooms on the elf's face. Next moment, however, his eyes widen and huge beads of sweat cover his forehead. Then I should go. Kimo gulps and gives you a very sideways look. Thanks, Mara. You've done me a great service. I already know how I shall repay you. I'll make you a bow. The best bow in the world. But I must go. Kimo exhales decisively and slowly walks away. Await news from Kimo. We can certainly do this. Okay. So now we're going to talk to Jubilos in our capital. Teleport. Mirrors. Enter. Maybe we can just talk at him and with him in the throne room. He's there. He's standing there.